On the 12th of this month, the President assented to the UPDF Amendment Bill 2025, opening the way for its implementation.
A UPDF bill is going act now, which because it has been assented, is going to help us people in Teso. With these people who come with the guns when they are not supposed to be having guns.
During its consideration before Parliament, MPs had to look at more than 70 clauses that the Defence Ministry said would regulate the military's health, allowances, pensions, operations, military equipment and others. However, the legislation also contains provisions that will lead to civilians being tried in military courts and how the judges of this court are appointed, which are controversial. Now those opposed to the prosecution of civilians in military courts say they now have an opportunity to challenge the act in the Constitutional Court as they were waiting for the President to sign the bill into law.
We borrowed a very punitive law, a very bad law for this modern contemporary democracy that we do have.
So we wait to see, and as you are aware, some of us have been waiting for the law to be assented to, then we proceed to the Constitutional Court to challenge its constitutionality.
He assented to it, so we are also aware of the moves behind his signature. So sooner than later we will be in the court to challenge, because Parliament undermined the Constitution in passing this law, yet as Parliament we are commanded by the Constitution not to make any decision whose effect alter a decision of any court over.
However, MPs say people should be cautious, especially at the time when items labeled as government stores are not distinct with those used by civilians.
There is now a very boggy water and very soft ground. You can step on it and you drown in it. And the people to help you might not even have the chance to help you out, because as they are stepping on that soft soil, they can as well drown.
So we are saying the public, please, if you don't have the knowledge and the skills to use those military attires and so forth, let them be with the people who have the skills and the knowledge to use them.
Otherwise, the gun should be able to stay in the hands of those ones who are trained, for example, or who are lancers to handle and who know who tame the gun.
Following the 2021 general elections, many people were arrested and eventually tried in military courts for their involvement in politics. However, the Supreme Court suspended military courts from prosecuting civilians. Now, several people are being warned to be careful ahead of the 2026 general elections, as the court-martial may be used to suppress more opposition voices.
And we know that one of the reasons why it was fast-tracked, one of the reasons why it's because it's going to be weaponized as a tool. The court-martials are going to be weaponized as a political tool for trial of civilians.
Campaigning consciously. They should be actually serious when they are campaigning, so that they can avoid being prosecuted in the court-martial.
Meanwhile, some are concerned about the fate of Ugandans whose cases the Supreme Court ordered be transferred to civilian courts. However, lawyers say the law does not apply retrospectively.
Legally, there is no way in which those people can be charged afresh on the old offences under the new act. However, we also know that many of the civilians who have been arraigned before court-martials have been on trumped-up charges. The charges have been trumped up, so it doesn't, if the intention is to persecute them or to keep them on remand, they can always come up with anything. They have planted military material.
So if the normal court, to which they have failed to present witnesses and evidence, release Dr. Besigye, now they can take him back to the military court.
For now, the law is soon set to be gazetted ahead of its implementation. Juma Kiria, NTV.